Hi, this is Dwayne from Cappy Radio. I'm here with Leon, and he's going to talk to us about health. How you doing, Leon?
I'm blessed, thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
And Leon, what do you do? Well, first let me ask you this. Would you say you're in relatively good health?
Yes, yes.
Okay. What do you do to maintain your good health?
Well, it helps because I'm a chef by profession, so it's a given. I study food and nutrition, so I pretty much know how to eat healthy and how to apply it to my day-to-day life.
Okay. And what would be the normal things that you would eat in your diet? What would you say would be the normal things you eat?
Well, the normal thing would be a complete balanced meal, and that consists of all the essential food groups in the diet: protein, the vitamins, the mineral, the calcium, and those. The balanced meal consists of a starch, a non-cooked starch, protein, and you get your vitamin from your vegetables. So a complete meal will consist of all of those food groups that make up a balanced meal.
Okay. And what would be a normal meal for you?
Chicken, basically chicken, rice, of course, cooked vegetable. You can do a salad, or you could do like a steamed broccoli, with carrots. It's opposed to roasted. You can actually saute it with a little olive oil, so it gives you a balanced, nutritious meal. Right.
Camera a little. And I lost my train of thought. Just give me a second. I'm sorry about that. Okay. All right. And you're talking about a balanced meal. Now, what do you think of the American diet? It seems our diet over here is a little different from other places, and we're facing different types of diseases, obesity, and so forth here. What do you think of the normal American diet? Do you feel it's healthy, unhealthy?
Well, it's so funny that you say that, because I was just walking in Harlem like a day ago, and I looked at a lot of the fast food places in terms of, I'm not calling out names, but a couple of the names around here. The fried chicken, the mac and cheese, all of that just need to, not cut out, but eliminated from the diet for a little while, because those are the stuff that really give you high blood pressure, all the fat, all the excess salt in the diet, they're in there. And you pretty much, it's supposed to grab the mac and cheese. You might want to grab a mixed salad, and do some fresh cans of tuna with that, and you might want to probably drink a lot more water as opposed to go and get a soda pop or stuff like that. So, yeah, I would say America, we need to think more clearly in terms of what we consume in our body, because I think it plays a very vital role in our day-to-day life. Yeah.
Okay, thanks. And if I could just ask you one last question. In your personal contact, family, friends, and so forth, do you know a lot of people who are facing health problems? And if so, what is the advice that you give to them regularly?
Well, I don't know a lot of people are facing health problem, but I know one or two, people actually are coming contact with a day-to-day base. And most of the thing that they want to change, but they don't know how to. My advice is to read up, Google it, go online, healthy eating, dieting, exercising, of course, drink a lot of fluid, water, and like I said, a lot more vegetable, organic, because we have a farmers market over there right now, so I just came from there with some fresh juice. Stick to the most natural as opposed to the everyday juice and mac and cheese, fried chicken, all of that. Kind of cut it out. If you can't cut it out, but eliminate it for a period of time. Then you watch the changes, reaction in your body. You're definitely going to see some changes in your body. Yeah.
Well, I promised one last question, but you brought something up, so I got to ask one more. Right. You brought up the issue of organic, and a lot of people really don't know the difference between when you're talking about organic fruits and vegetables, or food, I should say, and non-organic. So can you just speak a little bit on that?
Well, organic, it basically things that just it's free from pesticides, from chemical stuff that grows naturally, and you want to stick to those stuff, because less chemical consumed in your bodies, the less problem you're gonna have. Your body break down different kinds of nutrients, and to bring more problem into problem, it's just not becoming at all. Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you.
Natural is better. Natural is better, and that's organic, natural. Yeah.
All right. Thanks a lot for stopping and talking to us.
Yeah,
okay.
Thank you for having me.
Okay.
All the best.
So, Anthony, well, let me start by asking you the obvious question. Would you say that you're in relatively good health?
I try as much as everybody else, I guess.
Okay. And what things do you do to keep yourself healthy?
I run every day.
Okay. About how far?
I do about 2 miles. I'm also a vegetarian.
Okay. All right. So, as a vegetarian, what would entail? What kind of foods do you eat? Do you mainly stick to raw foods, or do you do some fried and so forth? But all vegetarian meals.
Well, I try to get as much raw foods as I can, but I also I eat a lot of lumens, I mean, a lot of lentils, legumes, and that requires some cooking. You can't. I tried the sprouted thing, and it's just not practical to do in the home. Occasionally, I go to like Whole Foods and buy some sprouts there, but in the same breath, I try to eat as much raw as I can.
And as a vegetarian, what do you do for protein?
Mixing up the grains, so a lot of lentils, legumes. I get a lot of whole grains. I buy a Ezekiel bread, which is a lot of sprouted grains. It's a mixture of grains. As long as you get your corn, your beans, and your whole grains, you got a complete protein. So.
And are you particular about organic as opposed to non-organic, or for you it doesn't really matter?
Oh, organic and local all the way, buddy. Organic and local.
All right. And if I could just ask you one last question. What do you think of this American diet that we have? As you notice, the American diet is a little bit different, or maybe we could even say a lot different from other places. So what do you think of this American diet?
Well, I go to Touro College of Osteopathic Medicine here, and you hear about the statistics, and you talk about a lot of the cultures, at least the mixed up here in New York, and the Americana diet is really putting a hurt on the general well-being of this country. I mean, we're having aesthetic diseases that are associated for times past, like stuff that's associated with people in their 50s and their 60s, and things that you think we'd already have wrestled with and abolished by now. But I think at this point in the game, all it really takes about is being more aware of what we're putting in our body, and investing locally and becoming more developing relationships with our farmers, and they can help teach our communities. And because like the American diet, when you think about it, the food that's grown from our soil is the most natural thing that you could possibly do. Eating seasonally, eating from stuff that comes from upstate New York. We have so many farms in this area, in this community. It's just ridiculous. And all like the farmers market here, they take food stamps. So I mean, to say that you can't afford it is ridiculous. It's just there. It's available. You just need to know and get it.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay, Marlon, let me start off by asking you the obvious question. Would you say that you're in relatively good health?
Yes, pretty much so. Yes, I am.
You say you believe so. Why do you say you believe so? Haven't been to the doctor in a while?
Well, it's been a while. Yes, it has.
Well, what kind of things do you do to stay healthy, Marlon?
Basically nothing.
Well, let me ask you this about your diet. What kind of things would you say you eat?
Well, things that I don't eat is greasy stuff, fried stuff. That's basically about it. Yeah, I try to eat home food.
Okay. What about things like fruits, vegetables? Do you say?
Yes, I do. Yes.
So that makes up a large part of your diet?
A large, I wouldn't say a large, but it make up some of my diet.
All right. What about processed foods? Like a lot of stuff that you get in the supermarket comes in the boxes, different types of things like that.
No, that's not my. I don't eat that.
So it's more so home cooked meals.
Yes.
Okay.
Or go to the restaurant and buy food from there. Yeah.
Okay. And let's say you go to a restaurant. What would you normally pick?
It mostly be like curry chicken or stew chicken, and peas and rice, stuff like that. Yeah.
So I'm noticing the accent, and I'm looking at your choice of foods. So what country are you from?
Trinidad.
You're Trinidadian. Okay, and I'm noticing that, so the diet for somebody from the Caribbean or from Trinidad is gonna obviously be different from the American diet. What would you think, what do you think of the American diet, and would you say that you've sort of veered over to the American diet since being here, or you more so stick to the Caribbean diet?
Well, I mean, I eat the fast food. I mean, I eat McDonald's once in a blue, but the fried stuff I just don't like. Stuff with a lot of oil I just don't like. That's about it. I mean.
And what about activity? Would you say you're an active person? Like, do you have a job where you do a lot of work or exercise, or do you go to the gym?
I don't go to the gym, But I do construction. There's a lot of moving, climbing, lifting, stuff like that. You know, so. But that still doesn't make up for the lack of exercise, though. Yeah.
And would you say, do you know a lot of people, family members, friends who suffer with health problems, obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure, things of that nature?
Well, I know the older family members, yes.
Do you give advice to them? Or you just stay quiet about it?
Yeah, because it's like beating a dead horse. You know, they say they're going dead anyway, so might as well enjoy themselves.
All right. Well, we want to thank you for stopping to talk to us. Okay. All right. Deborah, if you can just tell us, well, first off, would you say that you're in generally good health?
Yes.
What kind of things do you do to stay healthy?
Eat right.
And when you say eating right, just for those who are listening out there, what would you, what kind of foods do you eat?
Well, I don't eat pork. I don't eat that. And I try to eat vegetables, the right kind of meats, and fruits.
What kind of, when you say vegetables, do you eat raw vegetables or you cook them or?
Cook them.
All right. And when you say the right kind of meat?
Beef. A lot of beef and chicken, but not pork.
Okay. What about fried?
No, not so much fried, baked.
Okay. So you bake it. Okay. All right. And would you say that you know a lot of people or you know a good number of people who are experiencing health problems these days?
Yes, there are people experiencing health problems.
What advice would you give to those people as far as being for them to be healthy?
Eat the right food and stop eating the wrong things. It will make you sick.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.